Okay, so if you're just joining in, I am starting seated so you can see me. I'm sitting on the edge of my chair and I'm just lifting and lowering through my heels and toes. So you can do this too. It's a good way to warm up your calf muscles. It's a good way to also get some mobility through those ankles. And I'll be talking about this a little later. So while you're sitting on the edge of your chair, a couple things. Can you sit upright as you can, sitting on your sit bones? And if your feet aren't touching the ground, bolster that chair so your hips are a little bit higher. Just a couple things. Don't want to waste a second. Lifting and lowering.
Well, your ankles will be well.
My ankles are going to be,
exercised.
yeah, my calves are already feeling the love. That's it. This is a great thing. It's also a great thing to do when you're on an airplane. Those of you who are just coming in, don't worry, we haven't started yet. We're just warming up our ankles and our calf muscles. So this actually is a really good thing to do while you're sitting in an airplane.
That's right.
Breathe. If anybody's ever going to fly again, I'm not sure. The way things are going. But let's not talk about that.
That's right. That's right. All right, another couple of seconds and we shall start.
Okay.
I know we have a lot to go over.
We do.
Okay, I'm going to welcome everyone to our last of the 4 sessions with Mary D'Elia on strength and balance. And the good news, and I'm going to let Mary explain about that in a minute, is that she has agreed to offer another 4 sessions. So those of you who have been enjoying the class can have an opportunity to continue learning with Mary. So Mary, take it away. And I just want to add one quick thing, which is we are the second team here today. Our technology people are missing. So we're hoping this all works well. Bear with us.
It's going to be great. So far, so good. Thank you, Tech Team Roberta. So that's great. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the 4th of our 4-week session. And I'm really glad you're here again on this beautiful day. Couple things that we wanted to touch base with you about, and we'll circle back to this at the end of class as well, but this has been a 4-week kind of experiment. We're really trying to figure out what's the best way to be offering classes specifically around strength, balance, mobility, and we need your feedback. So please feel free to put information, comments into the chat so that we can develop this program so it suits most of you. So for some of you, this class may feel like it's a little easy, not your jam. You've been doing this stuff on your own and it's really not really working for you. That's good information for us to know. Others of you feel like maybe it's a little fast. We need to know that too. We want to figure out what the pacing is and hopefully deliver something that is efficient and effective and again, works for as many of you as can. We really have been trying to think about the safe way to introduce strength and mobility. And so offering it online has been one of the ways that we've been doing this. So far, so good. The feedback has been pretty good, but we'd like to know more specifically. So use the chat. Your feedback will help us to develop this into something that you are interested in working around. And again, maybe not for everyone, but we want it to be for most. And again, focus is really on strength, balance, and mobility. Let's see. The series will start again November 11th, not next Tuesday. So next Tuesday we are dark. We're not doing anything. We're going to start November 11th. It'll be 4 consecutive Tuesdays, but we're changing the time. Same day, Tuesday, but the time will be 1:30. So it'll be a half an hour earlier. All this will come in an email to you or be printed in the newsletter, so you know that. So information about that 4-week session, same focus will be on strength and mobility and balance, and but maybe offered in a different kind of way, depending on your feedback. We'll see how that goes. All right, so that's what I want to say. We'll come back to that at the end and have leave about 5 minutes, maybe about quarter of, leave about 5 minutes for comments, feedback, if you have any questions. All right, so let's do that again. If you're just joining, we're sitting to start for a second, and not for a long time, but I want you to sit on the edge of your chair and take a look at where your knees are in relationship to your ankles. So hands on top of your thighs, I want you to lift your heels and then lift your toes. So you're doing this rocking action through the ankle joint. So one of the reasons that I'm focusing on this morning and this afternoon, as we get started, is I was listening to a podcast, and one of the physical therapists was saying one of the most important pieces of strength and balance and not falling is ankle mobility and toe strength. So we'll talk about ankle mobility, meaning can you dorsiflex, plantar flex, and then inversion and eversion, in and out with your ankle. So we'll circle back to that. I know I just wanted to get started bringing your attention to the importance of what we do when we're really working through those ankles and moving them around. Come on up to standing. I'm going to move the chair away, out of my way. And I'd like to get started by doing some simple movement. So standing in a position that I kind of call the optimal position. So you're standing with your head back, shoulders down, ribs down, and then lining up those bony protrusions right in the front of your hips or your pelvis bones. And then that line goes straight down through the knee, middle of the knee, into the middle of the ankle. So the outer edges of your feet are parallel to each other. So your arms simply moving forward and back. So in a neutral way for those arms and shoulders, and just noticing how far, how far forward, how far back, without jutting your rib cage forward. Good. As you can see, I have my Halloween outfit on, my black and orange. It's coming up. And we're just moving. I wear my big bright orange shirt so you can see me well in the camera. Inhale, bring those arms up and down, up and down. So now you are actually going into heel raises from a standing position, and you are loading up those bones with body weight from the shoulders to the hips, through the knees, through the ankles. Give me 4 more. And you should be feeling your calf muscles as well as your ankles warming up. 2 more. 1 more time. Take it up, take it down. Start by circling the shoulders around. So your shoulders are moving front to back, and keeping that going, and then reversing it back to front. Good. So mobility through the shoulders, equally important. And we all have different levels of stiffness in shoulders. Take your arms out to the side. And then I want you to curl your top knuckle and bring it right to your temple. And thumbs are pointing down as you bring those elbows in and out. So you're pulling them together and opening them back. Pull them together gently, opening back, getting mobility through that shoulder joint. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. From there, just bring your arms to a goalpost, slide your arms up, pull your elbows down, slide the arms up, pull your elbows down, slide your arms up, pull your elbows down. 2 more, slide your arms up, pull your elbows down. 1 more time, up. Good. Now, just lifting 1 knee at a time. I see there's a hand raised on the screen, Roberta. I don't know if you can. Yeah, good. And then just tapping here. Good. If you could just, take that so I don't see it anymore. Good. So you're tapping as that leg comes up, shifting 1 and 2, 1 hand on the inside, 1 hand on the outside. Good. So you're kind of doing a march as you lift. But what I want you to focus on, as one leg comes up, you're pushing hard into the standing leg. Good. So you're adding a level of resistance. Floor becomes the resistance, and you're lifting. Good. So another thing to be aware of as you're just taking these legs up, your breathing's changing. Most likely you're getting your heart rate up, slightly elevated, inhaling and exhaling. Feel that? Hopefully it feels good. And as you're lowering that leg, see if you can soften the lower so that you have more control. And again, your chair is here for you to use so that you can feel supported if you need to for balance. You've got 4 more of these, 2 and 1. From here, swing those arms again, and let's take what's called heel drops. Heel drops are basically lifting up onto the balls of the feet and dropping the heels down. So you have 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. Now let the arms just simply swing, just side to side. Good. And then take a rotation here. Small rotation, unweighted. You're taking those arms, letting them wrap around. Notice what's happening at the top of your leg, where it meets your hip, your pelvis. So this is your femur, that big bone at the top, meeting the pelvis. Good. So you're internally rotating, and adding some movement here, because you want to get synovial fluid and blood flow into those joints before we lift. Inhaling and exhaling, figure 8 those arms, move it around. Good. And then just one arm here, inhale, exhale. Good. I'm getting my heart rate up, that's for sure. One more time, and change. Other arm coming in, open out, in and out. Good. 2 more times, and 1 more. Excellent. Bringing your feet together, roll those shoulders back, and take your left heel forward. So I'm going to go on an angle so you can see this. Left heel is forward with that left toe up. One hand on either thigh. I'm pulling my hips back. Facing you, hands are resting on the top of that thigh, long through your spine. Good. Reaching that hand down. Big stretch through your hamstring, through your glute, into the calf. And then come back. Can you put 2 hands back on top of the thigh so you're supporting your upper body here? And this is where ankle mobility comes back in. Wag your toe, wag it, but you're not moving the top of your leg. You're wagging that ankle joint. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now I want you to tap it. So again, side view, you can see I'm lifting and lowering and tapping. You know where I'm going to start feeling this? In the front of my shin, right there. That muscle and the calf muscle comprise your lower leg, really important for your gait, right? So you want to be able to lift this toe as high as it will go. Lift it up towards your shin. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and then just some quick feet, walk it out. You don't have to do quick feet. You can just shift your weight side to side. That's it. Good. Let's take this other leg forward. One hand on either thigh. Find those deep hip creases. Take your sit bones back. One hand on either thigh. Breathe, and you are wagging this toe in and out, in and out. Just like that. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then tap it as you come up. So now you're tapping that toe. It's in front. Your legs, your feet are parallel to each other, but your right foot is slightly in front. I want you to take this up half time. So lift, 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 and notice how high, how much you can get that up. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And shake it out. Shake out one leg, shake out the other. Stopping there. Good. Take your legs wide. One last thing. Let's just track side to side here. Arms out, open across the front of your chest. Big reach through those fingertips, palms up. Nice. And then bring it in and lower those arms and turn your toes to face front. Big believer in the shaking out of the legs. Shake a leg, 1 foot at a time. Shake. Nice. And then hold it here. Bring your palms together and roll your fingertips in and out. So your elbows are out at your side, palms are together. So take a look at what's happening here. You're rolling your wrist and your forearms. The muscles and the bones in the forearms are kind of rolling over each other. So you're getting some blood flow, synovial fluid into the wrist and the forearms. Important for your grip, right? So we talked about that. Open those arms and lower down. Shake it out. Okay. So we're kind of done with our warm up. We're going to proceed to our first exercise, our first cycle. So we are going to go into the squat. So I'm going to couple two exercises. It's what I've been doing. I think it's a good way. So going from lower body back to upper body, lower body to upper body, working in sets and working with numbers of repetitions. So right now we're working with about 8 reps within a set. So I'm going to do this without any weight to start. So I'm going to start with a squat. The reason I focus on squats so much, the squats build strength in your posterior chain of muscles, your gluteus maximus, hamstrings, calves. Good, right? And core muscles. So really important. The squat, you're flexing at the hip, the knee, the ankle, all at the same time. And you're thinking of your pelvis, that's dropping straight down as your hips go back. Back stays flat. Most importantly, back stays flat. If this bothers your knees, you can do it to a chair and push yourself on up. Okay? So let's do this. We're going to take a few arms down by your. In fact, I'd like to do it this way. Make a fist with your right hand, your left hand, tap it with your right. Push in. And as you push in, drop your shoulders, engage your core muscles, and feel your back muscles engage, but your arms are down. Feet are about shoulder width apart, and we're lowering down in a 3 count. Off we go. Lower, 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. Keep the tension in the arms. 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. And you are breathing. Don't hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. One more time. Lower, 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. Let's keep it going. Lower, 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. Head stays in line with your spine. 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. You have 2 more. 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. One more time. 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. And stopping there. Shake it out. Grab your dumbbells if you have them, 1 in each hand. Let's shift to biceps. So roll your elbow creases towards the front, and I only want you to come halfway. So you're coming up where your elbow makes a 90-degree angle, and then you open, you bring it back, and you lower. And again, up 1, rotation out, bring it in, and lower, and lift, and open, back, and lower. Again, up, open, in, and lower, lift, open, in. Let's do 4 more. If 4 feels like too much, stop when you need to. 3, open, in, and down. 2, open, in. One more time, lift, open, in, down. Nice. Okay. Putting 1 away. One of the reasons we are doing that little added rotation is we're working also the muscles in the rotator cuff, which I know you all have heard a lot about, muscles in the rotator cuff. See if you can now grab 1 weight. We're going back to the squat. Feet or pelvis width apart. You're going to hold this weight low. So you're going to keep your arms long, not going anywhere. Arms are long, hold, good. Take a breath and lowering down on 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. And again, lower, 1, 2, 3, and lift. Nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, push into your feet, and 1, 2, 3, press up. Find those foot points. 1, 2, 3, press up. Big toe, little toe, heel. 1, 2, 3, and press. You have 2 more. Lower, 1, 2, 3, and up. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and press. And there you are. Good. So you now have one weight. Let's get the other one for bicep. So starting, legs straight, feet pelvis width apart for this. Rotate here so your elbow creases are facing front. Head ramp back. You're only going halfway. You're opening out. Bring it in and lower. Coming up, open, in, lower. Again, lift, little rotation, out, lower, you're up, and open, and in. Good. One of the things you're noticing here is the strength of your legs and core keeping you in that upright position. Open, in. Let's do 2 more. 1, open, in. Last one. 1, open, in, lower, and stopping there. Good. Put those weights down. Shake out your hands. Just a reminder, if we're going to do one more set of squats, and if the squats are not working for you, I want you to try working on going to the chair, press yourself up. If you're doing squats to a chair, see if you can do it without pulling your legs underneath you. They stay out here, and it's a push engaging the glutes. It's the same exercise, but you're coming to a chair. Okay? See if that works for you. Otherwise, you're coming back with me, standing, one weight, and you're holding it low again. So when you're holding it low, let's create some tension here, engaging through your shoulders, through your core muscles, and your back muscles, right? So you want everything to be working nice and tall to start, arms long. The squat is a full body exercise, and it's one of the fundamental ones about strength training. Everything almost starts with a squat. Off we go. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Up on 1. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Up on 1. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3. And push. So your goal isn't about getting that weight to the floor. It's really about just holding the weight low. So you're not going too far down. And up. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Push up. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Back stays long. Envision that broomstick on your back from the back of the head to your tailbone, nice and long. One more time here. 1, 2, 3, and up. Nice. Stopping there. Let's do one more set of biceps. I'm going to change it a little bit. So grab your 2 weights. Feet are right in pelvic width apart, so they're not too far apart. Long legs, elbow pits face forward. This time, start here at that midline and bring it up to your shoulders on 1 and lower. Just halfway. 2 and lower. 3 and lower. A little more challenging. 4 and lower. 5, halfway down. 6 and lower. 7, lower. 1 more and out, and then all the way down. Good. So just give me a little side to side here as you go, side to side. Good. And just releasing. You're going to put one weight down and hold on to the other. We're going into what's called a side lunge. So let me show you first. I'm going to hold this weight up close to my collarbone here. And again, you don't have to use a weight ever. You can always do all these exercises, body weight only. That helps you to get proper form and gives you information. So here's the side lunge. Stepping out, hip goes back, pull back in. Okay, same side. Let's go again. Step it out and push off. Step it out and push off. Side lunge and push off. Side lunge, hip goes back and push. You have 4, hips go back, shoulders come forward. 3, coming up. 2, I'm turning to face so you can see. Last one this side, and come on up. Weight down. In fact, put the weight all the way down. Shake out your hands, shake out your arms. Let me talk about the side lunge a little bit because it's kind of a different exercise if you're not used to it. You're stepping out, you're bending, the leg that you are bending, you're going to, but you're trying to do it without rotating your shoulders. Shoulders stay forward, and then you close. Step it out. So this knee continues to track over the ankle and bring it in. Okay. So what it's doing, the reason we do it is because it's like a one-legged squat. It's like one leg is doing the most of the work. You're stepping out, you're landing, and you're pushing off. Guess what that helps you with, right? Coming back up, being able to go over, control it, and come back up. All right, shake everything out. Let's do it. And let's do the first set on that. We're going to the left side, grabbing one weight, and you're holding it high. Okay, off we go, left side, right side. This is your other side. Over and push up. I forgot I'm mirroring you. Over and push up. Sit back, push straight up. Sit back, push straight up. You have 4 more. Sit and push. Sit and push. 2 more. Sit and push. 1 more time. Sit and push and lower down. Good. All right. Take a breath and release. Good. From here, I want you to roll those shoulders, put your weight down, and I want you to clasp your hands. So your left palm is up, your right palm is down. Clasp your fingers, and I just want you to do this isometric exercise, which is you're pulling those hands apart. See what you can feel when you do that. You should be feeling shoulders, core muscles, lats, back, your back muscles. Pull and breathe for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and let that go. Inhale and exhale. Let's do it again. Right, left palm is up, right palm. So you're grasping your fingers. Pull apart strong. Pull and breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Let those arms go. Nice. Shake it out. We're going back to the side lunge. This time I'd like to do it a little bit differently. I want you to take your legs wider apart, and you're going over to the left side, come up, over to the right side, come up. So it's a little different. It's more of a, instead of a lunge, it's more of a squat because your legs are fixed. We're not going to do it with a weight. We're just going to do it body weight. So put your palms together, just like this. Let's go over to the left together. Over and up, and hips hinging back. Over and up. And again, over and lift. Hips straight back. Knee tracks over ankle. Up. Shoulders come forward and lift. And over and lift. Let's do 4 more. 4 and up. 3 and up. 2 and up, and 1 and up, and stopping there. Nice. Shake your legs out. Good. Roll your shoulders. Excellent. Good. Hold it here. Shake out your arms. And I want you to grab, this time turn your right palm up, left on top. Grasp the fingers, just simply pulling apart. Feel that tension through the upper back. Breathe and hold for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, and let it go. Good. 1 more time. Palm up, palm down, grasp, pull apart, drop your shoulders, drop your ribs, head ramp back, hold, pull apart. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Nice. We're going back to the side, and this time you can add a weight if that feels okay for you. Okay. I'm going to show you. You can also try just doing it holding a yoga block. If you want to reach low and up and over and up. or just grab your weight. Okay, hold it here. Legs are wide. We're going to go left first. Arms just go long and up. Other side, over and up and change. Hips back, head forward, up. Other side and up. Let's go 4 and lift and over and lift and over and lift and over. 2 more times. Over, push up, other side, push up, 1 more each side, hips back and up. Last time, over and up and stopping there. Good. All right, put those weights down. Let's just do a little lift and lowering. So lift and lower through your heels. Good. And we're going to travel to the right, over and back. So we've done this a little bit before. Little lateral push off, strengthening these gluteus medius muscles, your side hip muscles, gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, and minimus, right here on the side of your hips, just going side to side, pushing off, pushing off, pushing off. Good. Can you make it a little bit bigger? Side to side and tap it down, side to side, tap it down. So you don't have to land on one foot, you can tap. And you have 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Stopping there, I want to change the pattern. I want you to come forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, right, left, 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 right, left. 2 more. Make sure these feet come together in the front and to the back. 1 more time. And back, stopping there. Shake it out. Let's do left first. Left, right, left, right. Keep it simple. Left, right. Bring your feet together, feet together. That's it. So don't get that foot caught in the middle. Now push off if you can. That's it. Go and go. Move it forward and back. 2 more and back. 1 more time. Forward and back. Shake it out. Great. So if you're someone who's been doing a lot of exercises geared towards balance, some of this might seem really simple to you, and that's fine. You can always take it up a notch. If you're someone who this is new information, it's a new way of moving, please know you get better at it. You can always do it using a chair. So I didn't demonstrate that with using a chair, or if you have one of those walking sticks that you feel comfortable using, you always have that opportunity to use something that will help you get to the next stage. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's useful to have props that will help you, just like in yoga, when there's blocks and blankets and straps, and we can't always reach or get to where we're going initially, but we work on it and use those kinds of props to help us actually get further along. So that's something that we do. So let's sit down. We're going to do have your weights close by. We're going to do a seated bent over row. So I think we did this last time or the week before. So when you are using weights and you're sitting, this is a really important piece. You want to get those weights in place first before you sit so that you avoid reaching in weird ways for things, right? And that's something that we always have to be very mindful of. When you're using weights, you want to pick them up carefully, place them down properly. It's an important thing. So I'm going to prop my seat up a little bit, and I have a blanket. This is one of the ways to do it because I prefer and feel better when my hips are slightly higher than my knees. So I'm grabbing my 2 weights, and I have 1 in each hand, and I'm leaning forward. So see, I'm going to first put my weights on my thighs like this, stack them up. That's a proper way. And then I'm going to take a hinge forward. Notice back stays straight. Head is in line with the spine. lowering one weight down at a time. Arms are long like plumb lines. I'm supporting this hinge with my legs and core, and I'm lifting elbows beyond the back and lower. And 2, and lower. And 3, and lower. 4, up. 5, one more here. 6, lower, come back up to straight. So here you are. Take a breath. Good. So sitting on the edge of your chair. If that felt like too much, you can always do alternate arms. If it feels like it's a strain through the low back, just come over a little bit, do one, do a few, and then come back up. You don't have to go through the full number of repetitions. All right, take a breath. Let your head go side to side. Easy. Good. Take that small hinge forward, making sure you're sitting on the edge of your chair, releasing one weight down at a time, and up you go. 2 arms, elbows back and down and back and lengthen, back and lengthen and up and down. You have 4, lower, 3, lower, 2, lower, 1 more, lower, put those weights back up on top and holding it here. Again, nice and easy through your shoulders. Good. This time I want you to stand up and lower those weights down properly, close by, and you're standing up, and we're going to shift to another exercise before we do our 3rd set. So I'm going to stand close to my chair because I'm going to go into single leg work. So standing close, I have the chair close by. I'm going to put my hands on my hips, my pelvis, and I'm going to drop the right side down. This is called a pelvic list. So I'm dropping the right side down and holding on, because now I'm freely standing on one leg. I've loaded up this right side. This is now my working leg as I'm swinging this left leg front to back, noticing that. Good. And then stopping there, putting load back on 2 legs, pelvic list into now my left hip, allowing my right leg to swing front to back. And just noticing this is now my working side. So I'm trying not to list one way or the other and stabilize. Lots of core engagement, gluteus maximus engagement, lots of work happening in everything. And I'm lowering that back down. Back to 2. Shift. Let it go. We're going to do that again. We're going to add something to it. So hand is on your chair if you need that. Pelvic list to the right, loading this left leg off the ground. That's it. Let it go. And now bring it back. I'm going to bring it up to my opposite knee and down to my ankle. Up to my opposite knee and down to my ankle. Can I lift my hand? Maybe, maybe not. 2 more. Up and down. 1 more. This is single leg work. Up and down and back to 2 feet. Shake it out. How'd you do? So I know that's really challenging. So this is why the chair is here. So you can use that so that you can work on shifting your weight into one leg and still not being worried about your balance, because we are all going to wobble. Wobble is it's just a thing. Drop this other hip, pelvic list. This leg is going to just swing. So one of the reasons I love doing this is you now are loading up. You're doing that single leg balance. That's so important for balance, being able to hold your body up on one leg. Lift it up, lower to the ankle. Lift it up, lower it down. 2 more. Lift it up, lower. 1 more here. Lift, lower, and shift. Okay, take those hips side to side. I hope you were holding on if that worked better for you, and that I hope it did work. Let's turn around and we're going to back to bent over row. We're going to do that one more time. So sitting on the edge of your chair, You're going to properly pick up those weights, bring them back, start with them on your thighs. Now, for some of you, you may be not using weights. Some of you may be using very light weights. That's great. That's no problem. Those of you who are using a little heavier, I'm trying to get you to understand that it's important to make sure that you're lifting and lowering the heavier weights properly. So it's good to get in the habit, even if your weights are super light, even if you have a 1 pound weight, you want to make sure that you're starting here, stacking up, sitting on the edge of your chair, one weight down, other weight down. Good. Head in line with your spine. And here we go. Up 1, slow to lower. Up 2, slow to lower. Up 3, slow to lower. Up 4, slow it down. Up 5, lower back down. Up 6, lower back down. 2 more. Up and lower. 1 more time. Up you go. Slow to lower. And then weights on top of the thighs. You can press yourself on up and lower those weights properly down. Take a breath. Good. Coming back, we're going to do a little bit more single leg work. So nothing else in your hand, chair close by, pelvic list to the right. Okay? Hold it here. That's it. Taking this outside leg, can you just take it few inches out to the side? Notice this is what I did. Look, I leaned into that chair. I'm going to see if I can get myself back up. Good. And tap it and lift it and tap it and lift it without leaning into the chair. That's a goal. Maybe you need to. 2 more. Tap, lift. 1 more time. Tap, lift, hold, bring it in and lower down. Shake out. Good. Take those hips around for a ride and then reverse, go the other way. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Good. We're going to do the other leg. It's going to be a little tricky. I'm going to move my chair to the other side. You can easily get to the other side too. Pelvic list into this side. And I'm going to really try not to lean into my chair as I lift that leg out, meaning I don't want it to go high. It's not about how high this leg is. It's really about this leg stabilizing. So I'm tapping and lifting, tapping and lifting, tapping and lifting. 2 more and up. 1 more. Up, hold. Can you bring the knee in? Lower down. Good. Shake it out. Great work. Circle those hips around. Nice. Let's do one more thing with weights before we go into some other things that we love to do. Grab your weights, and we can do this sitting. In fact, sitting's probably a good idea. So we're going to do overhead presses. So stand those weights up on the top of your thighs again. You're sitting on the edge of your chair. Your feet are out in front. Feet, your ankle, see if you can get your ankles so they're right underneath your knees. And then you're lifting your weights right here to your shoulders. And we're going to do single arm. So we're going to start with the right. Up on 1, lower 1, 2. Up 1, lower 1, 2. Up 1, lower 1, 2. And lift. Lower 1, 2. And press. And 1, 2. And lift. Lower 1, 2. Keep it breathing. Up. Lower 1, 2, and lift. And 1 more each side. Up and slow to lower. Last 1 and 1, 2. Weights down. Take a breath. Lift your shoulders up and down. Good. I'm lowering myself over, moving my weights so they're out of my way. I am using a chair that has no arms, but it does have legs, but it has no arms. And look, I'm going to turn and take my left leg back behind me and put my hand here. So I'm stretching through this hip flexor, just getting a stretch in between. So my right leg is over and I'm getting a stretch here through the hip flexor and I'm not on the ground. This is a common hip flexor stretch that we do on the ground, but I'm in a chair. So that's really nice. I need a little bit more stretch. I'm going to walk this foot back a little bit, but I'm holding on to the back of the chair. Or if I were in a if I were in a very sturdy stool, I'd be holding on to the outer side. Okay, press, breathe, inhale, exhale, bring this leg in and take a rotation, and we're going the other way. So now your left leg is here and this leg is back. I'm putting focus right there on my hip flexor. I'm walking this foot back, shoulder in line. One of the things that's really important about stretching and getting those tight muscles to be loose is a very tight muscle is not often a strong muscle. It's usually weak. So you want to get some blood flow into those muscles. Hip flexor is a big one from sitting, which we all do. Inhale, exhale, bring it in. We're going back. We're going to do one more set of overhead presses. So go ahead and grab your weights, stand them up on the top of your thighs, drop your shoulders, take a breath. If that overhead press was too much for your shoulder, for all of us have different shoulder things going on for sure, then just do a bicep curl, okay? You can do one arm or you could do both together. Sitting on the edge, see how you do. Weights are here and up. Let's start with the left arm up on 1, lower 1, 2, other arm up 1, lower 1, 2. Back is nice and long. 1, 2. Ribs are down. Shoulders stay down. Press up 1 and slowly lower. Press up 1 and slowly lower. Press up 1 and you're slowing the return up, because what you're doing is you're working against the force of gravity, which wants to pull you down fast. And so you're manipulating gravity and up and slowly lower, push up. And one more each side, push up and lower, down, and last one, and lower, down, weights down. Shoulders lift and lower. Take a breath. Good. Place those weights underneath. From sitting, I want you to lift this right leg up. Swing it around. Right there. Circle that ankle around. Big circle. Big circle. Reverse it. Go the other way. See if you can then take the bottom of that foot and take that ankle, place it on top of your opposite thigh. So you're here. This is a figure 4 stretch we often do on the floor, but we're doing it sitting. If you can, get your leg up there, up here, and you're stretching, leaning forward, stretching, and you should feel that through the outside of the hip of your right leg, the leg that is elevated. Inhaling, exhaling, and come on up. Good. Take that leg, let it lower down. Sitting again, you can lean back, take hold of this leg, and you're just moving that hip in and out, the leg in the hip socket, just getting some mobility through the hip. Heavy. Good. Hold it here. Can you circle that ankle around? Inhaling, exhaling. Reverse it. Go the other way. There you go. Good. Working on that ankle mobility. Good. Take it in. Place the foot on top of your thigh. You can just stay here and feel that stretch. If you need a deeper stretch, you can lean slightly forward. Otherwise, you're here. You should feel that pretty much. Stretching it out. Inhaling and exhaling and coming on up. Take that leg and take it off. Press yourself on up to standing. I'm going to move my chair out of the way and move my weights out of the way. So I'm standing here and I'm holding my balance on 2 legs. And I'm going to step over to my left. See if I can tap my right foot directly behind me. Step and tap. Now, if I were working with balance, I would be making sure that I have something to hold on to or to go to and tap. So when I'm crossing the leg behind, what I'm doing is I'm offsetting and creating a very narrow base of support, right? So oftentimes The outer edges of our feet, and we're going to go into a stretch here, aren't as sensitive as other parts of our feet. So stand parallel. And I just want you to use your chair. Hold on. I want you to roll to the outer edge of your foot. Don't put a lot of weight on it. It's a sensitive area. Just roll, see how that feels. And they're stretching out that area of the ankle joint, right? All those little muscles, all those tendons and ligaments. If you've ever strained or sprained, it's usually around this area, can be very tight. So we're trying to give it a little bit of stretch. Come off it, take a breath, and go one more time. Just drop and stretch right through there. Inhale, exhale. That's as much as I can take. Bring it back. Good. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. So the other leg. So just drop open. Notice how far you go. It doesn't have to be far, but you're just sending a message to the outer part of that foot that you really want to get some mobility in there, making sure and just sort of seeing. Inhale and exhale. And bring it back up and go one more time. Stretch out. And bring it back up. So doing the other is not quite as easy, but it's like you're trying to scrape the inside of your shoe. So you'll notice this interesting shape I'm making with my body to get that. And it's not quite as efficient. It might be better to do that sitting. So I'm going to look into some sitting. So just stretching the inside. I can feel that in different parts there. And then bringing it back up. Good. So, so I mentioned in the beginning, one of the big indicators of fall prevention and ways to kind of be aware of toe strength and ankle mobility and strength. And so there's all kinds, if you've ever, we actually did a lot of toe exercises when we did the foot only exercise program. So that's a good thing to refer to. But I thought that was really interesting about your toes. So being able to spread your toes, big toe, little toe, paying attention to that. You know, if it helps with keeping your feet strong, then it's certainly something that we should all really work on a regular basis, along with all our other exercises, which we do. All right, so just roll those shoulders around. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring your arms out to the side. Make fists with your arms and push your thumbs up to the ceiling. Drop one thumb down and the other thumb up and pulling those arms apart. So open across the front of your chest. So often we are so forwardly flexed for so many reasons, all of us. So getting opportunities to open up, it's really great. Here. Thumbs down on the right, thumbs up on the left, pull apart, pull those arms apart. Can you straighten your elbows? Inhale, exhale, go the other way. Big breath, pull it apart, palms up, eyes up, palms meet, bring it in. Take a breath, take a moment. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your feet in your shoes if they're in shoes, which most of us are, right? Can you wiggle those toes? And then let it go. All right, so we're going to take a moment here. I know Roberta wants to say probably a few words, but if you were coming in late, a couple things I just want to quickly touch base on. We are going to resume this. We're going to do 4 more weeks, but we're not starting until November 11th. So no class next week. We're changing the time to 1:30. So it'll be 1:30 to 2:30. Okay, so that'll start November 11th, go 18/25, December 2nd. You will receive an email, and you also should look on the newsletter for more information. We're looking for your feedback. We want to make this class appropriate for you, something that's efficient and that works for most of you. So please put information into the chat, put feedback in the chat, put questions in the chat. We'll try and get to you. And we just want to hear from you so we can kind of round this out and make it be something that works for, like I said, most. It's not going to work for everyone. If you're someone who works out all the time, this may not be the right pace for you, but if you're somebody who's looking for a slower approach, introduction to how to do exercises, that's what my hope is anyway.